Give y'all some time to get up in here. Don't want this to take too long. But make sure that when you see this video that you guys go to my website, on today. Make sure you go to www.sinfulthep.net and make an appointment. I see y'all getting up in here. Oh man, blessings to everybody. Blessings to everybody. This ain't gonna take long. I had to encourage my people for a little bit. And even though I'm talking to the participants in the game, I still wanted to give game to those that's not in it. Oh man, blessings, man, to St. Paul. Man, shit, blessings to Minnesota, period. I love y'all. Appreciate that. I'm glad you was able to learn a lot. I appreciate the game for putting me in a position to be a blessing to you. Good morning, baby. Coco coming up in here with her pretty ass talking about some good morning. Good morning, Sin. You trying to get me tricked with that big headed thing last night. What you talking about? Much love from Ohio, man. Blessings to Ohio. What's going on, Jay? Thank you for taking the time to speak to us, man. Come on, I got to. Thank you for taking the time to listen. For if you don't listen, I'm just talking to myself. So I appreciate you for doing that. What's going on, Ken? I see your young old ass that came up in here. Hey, Angel. How you doing, baby? How you doing this morning? I like when the ladies come in here, man. Blessings to Fresno. What? He got bro got me saying what? Blessings to what's that? Family. Top of the morning. What's going on, third one? Cincinnati up in here. I'm getting ready to start in a little bit. Oh, young old ass? No, I've been saying that, but if bro said it first, then yeah, let him have it. Hold on. He's blacked out on that track. You already know. I'm thinking about going live today and doing a review on Free's song, giving a reaction. Yeah, I heard that diss track. You know I did. Come on now. That nigga put that together. Freeze put that together in like, I want to say a good 3 or 4 hours. Not so much the song, but like getting the apps. You know what I mean? Because he didn't go in the studio and record that. He did that shit on his damn phone. Then he looked up an app and found out how to do it. And that's why it's not equivalent to what you would hear in the studio. You know what I mean? But the nigga looked up an app and did that on his phone. But let me just get right into this because this ain't even gonna be a long message. I just wanted to say, man, not too long ago, I was having a conversation with some of my partners, and I love this individual very dearly, and I know they're gonna see this, but he's always talking about, man, I can't believe this bitch, chose this nigga. Man, I can't believe, this bitch sat up there, man, and gave money to that nigga. Man, I can't believe, that this nigga got this fine ass bitch. Make sure you hit the like button. Everybody that coming in right now, hit the like button. Hit that like button and hit that share button. I want everybody to have opportunity to hear this game. I told you, the more likes, the more opportunities individuals will have to hear this good game, man. The more likes, the more recommendations. So by all means, hit the like button and hit the share button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button right now. But he always, man, I can't believe, man, you know what I mean, that bitch chose him. I can't believe, damn, man, how he get this bitch? And this nigga, you know, that I'm talking about, that I love dearly, and he is a P. But the thing is, what he has to understand is he's very gamed up, just like many of you are gamed up. A lot of you have a lot of great game. I mean, you got game out this world, man. You got more game than them 1950s encyclopedias. I mean, you got a lot of game. You're a walking epistle. You are a walking Webster's Collegiate Dictionary. Like, man, your mind is beautiful. You're the museum of game. But the reason why you have individuals, you know, like you could call this nigga a sucker, you could say this nigga is making deals, you could say this nigga is eating ass, you could say that this nigga wake up sprung and sucking on the pearl tongue of a hoe every day. You can make all of them excuses and give whatever mental justification that you want to give to yourself, you know, for why you don't have that bitch or them bitches that you desire. But the main thing, man, what I'm seeing a lot of, man, hey, man, whether that nigga a sucker or not, or whether he authentic or not, you know, a lot of niggas ain't prospering in the game because they not available. You know what I mean? They not available, man. You know what I mean? They got all of this good game. They got some great Harvard University game. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Got some great uncommon information. But he don't stay available. A lot of niggas be sleeping. A lot of you niggas is lazy. You going to bed. You know what I mean? Like you already, you know what I mean, 300 hoes deep. You know what I mean? You going to bed like you already got billions in the bank. Like you just looked up on Forbes and they had you smiling. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all move like that. You know what I mean? But those who stay hungry eat. Those who stay thirsty, man, they continue to quench their thirst. You know what I mean? And I've seen many individuals, man, that's always talking about this nigga a sucker. This nigga ain't a pimp. This nigga ain't doing this. That nigga ain't doing that. How could this bitch choose this nigga? How did this bitch give him this? Hey, man, he was available. Not too long ago, we was on 27. You know what I mean? Those of you that, you know what I mean, already know what I'm talking about, you already know. But we was out there and we was talking amongst each other, and somebody that they thought that wasn't worthy to have the bra, cause I ain't gonna lie, the bitch is bad as hell. This bitch is fine as hell. Good morning, Shelly. You know what I mean? This bitch is fine and gorgeous as a motherfucker. She is fine. But, you know, the nigga, he missing a few teeth. You know what I mean? He look like his breath stank. He look like he ain't sit up there and put some deodorant on. You know what I mean? And since Bob Marley was doing his thing, you know, I mean, what can I tell you? But at the same time, one thing that stank ass breath nigga had over the clean breath nigga, one thing that no game nigga had that the gamed up nigga, you know what I mean, didn't have, that nigga was spending his time on the blade though. Yeah, when niggas was basically sitting over there in the daytime, you know, at the house, you know what I mean, snoring and sleeping and shit, that nigga was on the blade though. Yeah, in other words, he was available. That's what separate, you know what I mean, him, you know what I mean, from the other individuals, man. That's why a lot of y'all never get deep. You know what I mean? You're not presiding over your women right, and you never available. He that stay available will always have a profitable situation, man. You got to stay available, man. You got to make sacrifices. Nothing great will be obtained without making sacrifices. You got to make a sacrifice. You got to make a sacrifice. If you don't make a sacrifice, why are you complaining about not obtaining, man? You know what I mean? Some of y'all been holeless and doleless, and you're going to continue to stay holeless and doleless, man. You're going to continue to stay fucked up. You're going to continue to talk about everybody and anybody that got a bitch. And the reason why you don't have a bitch, because you lazy. I'm not going to mention that nigga's name, you know what I mean? But I know he watches my videos and hatred and jealousy now. You know what I mean? Probably not back then, but now he does. You know, but just to let him know, because I know he gonna watch. The reason why you in that circumstance and the reason why you don't prosper is because nigga, you lazy. You lazy, nigga. And then when the game do bless you with a bitch, you know, you in your weekly going to sleep in front of the bitch. You know what I'm saying? You in your weekly farting in front of the bitch. Nothing pimpish is about you. I just got to keep it real. Some of you niggas, there is nothing pimpish about you. There's nothing pimpish about you at all. You know what I mean? You just think the bitch supposed to just accept you any kind of way. Hit that like button right now. Come on, man. There's 232 people watching. It should be 232 likes, man. Hit that like button right now. Hit that one time for this game. But some of you niggas, man, you don't get fly like you used to. You know what I mean? You expect the game to just keep blessing you and giving you chance after chance, and you don't want to sit up there, man, and bless yourself. You know, you want to keep coming outside with Adidas outfits and shit like that. It's okay when you working out, when you, because I thought in this I'm about to do cardio. You know, it's cool when you doing cardio or something, but some of y'all actually sitting over there getting in your ride looking for your next bitch with dirty ass Adidas outfits and Fila outfits. You got on some bum ass Kenny Smiths and Derek Coleman's. You know what I'm saying? You coming outside with BK Diamond sales and things like that. You know what I mean? That ain't cool. You know what I mean? That's not cool at all. And then you get on Facebook, you get on Instagram, you get on Snapchat, you know what I mean? And you complaining. You know what I mean? You wearing Dada Supreme suits, you know what I mean, that don't nobody wear. You know what I mean? You wearing FUBU suits. Take them FUBU ties off. Now, if that's the only thing that you got, P, then it is what it is, man. We just gonna have to pimp up, man. We just gonna have to pimp up. You know what I mean? But we can't be wearing Paco jeans to the blade, man. You know what I mean? You need to represent. You need to look like you about something. You know what I mean? Get in the spirit of pimping, man. Turn on some good pimp music. Turn on some good Sugar Free. Turn on some good Isley Brothers. Turn on some good Marvin Gaye. Turn on some good Bobby Womack. Turn on some Temptations. You know what I mean? Turn on. Let the spirit of pimping minister to your mind, man. You know what I mean? And begin to reminisce and retrospect about good times in the game. You know what I mean? Get out of that spirit of depression, because that spirit of depression is going to keep you from your progression in the game. Stop having these conversations with individuals that ain't got nothing to offer. I don't know how many times I got to say this, but if you know that an individual, you know what I mean, don't got nothing to say, you know, that's beneficial about this game, stop having conversations with that individual. Stop answering the phone. Stop being a garbage can, you know what I mean, for negativity. Stop being a garbage can for unfruitful, ridiculous, frivolous, meaningless ass conversations that don't lead to no uncommon information, never lead to no inspiration. Stop having conversation with these type of individuals. They are representation of negativity. You know what I mean? You only got one life to live. Why waste that one life you got to live by listening to negativity all the time, listening to gossip all the time, listening to this Wendy Williams ass nigga all the time, talk about this nigga and that nigga and why this nigga got this and all of this. See, a lot of times, so many individuals, they don't want to produce no pimping. So instead of them endeavoring to produce some pimping, they rather take out their time to talk about who's not pimping, who's doing this and who's doing that and who's not doing this. But they not looking at the F's on their report card. It's time to do some examination on yourself. Get out into them streets, man, and get available. You know what I mean? Always remember, man, you know, it's some bitch right now. You know what I mean? That's at that Greyhound. It's a bride right now at that airport. It's a bride right now on the bus stop. It's a bride right now, you know what I mean, coming out of that college school. You know what I mean? It's a bride right now all up in the mall. You know what I mean? Just waiting, you know what I mean, for an informative representative of this game. You know what I mean? She just waiting for an opportunity, you know, to speak to a fine gentleman like yourself. But it'll never happen. Why it'll never happen? Because you at the house snoring. You at the house looking at on Instagram, looking at everybody else's fruits. You looking at his Benz. You looking at his Phantom. You looking at his chain. You looking at his ring. You looking at his followers. You looking at his likes. You looking at his subscribers. You know what I mean? But what about you though? You will never have what you desire until you develop a desire to get your motherfucking ass up and become available. He that stays available will have a profitable situation. You can have one nigga that got Harvard University game, you can have another nigga that got Stanford game, and these niggas will still end up in a destination called nowhere fast if they don't apply themselves. If they don't sit up there and apply themselves, that game ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? You can have some great uncommon information. But if you do not apply it, if you not in the streets applying it, it's like you just a knowledgeable nigga that ain't utilizing the knowledge that you have. So what? So what if you know how to do this? So what if you know how to sit up there and teach a woman how to do this? So what if you can transmit this or that? If you don't sit up there and apply yourself, if you just sitting over there with this lazy, depressed ass spirit, thinking that, see, you got that, you trying to bring that Christian mentality to the game. You think the game gonna open up the windows of heaven and bombard your life with a bunch of blessings. Nigga, what? See, people always like to read bits and parts of things that they like to read instead of reading everything in totality. They like to say things like faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. They like to say we call them things which be not as though they were. They like to say, we walk by faith and not by sight. We don't walk by sight, but we walk by the faith of the Lord. They like to say things like that, but they don't like to say, faith without works is dead. So you can have all of the faith in the game that you want to have. You can have all the game in the world, but game without works is dead. Get your ass out in these streets and become available. Right now, there's a woman. She done been through battleships. She done been through situationships. She done been through false ass friendships and relationships that only led to the destination of nowhere. And she's frustrated. She's mad. She's upset. She want to give up on life. You know what I mean? And right now, you got the medication in your mouth. That knowledge that you got in your head, that's the medication to her right now. That knowledge that you got in your mind, that's the solution to her problems. But she'll never receive that solution with your ass sitting over there on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and shit all the goddamn time. Get your ass out there in the streets and become available. Don't die. Don't be another nigga talking about what you could have been. And oh man, if I was to start a YouTube channel, I'll be popping. Oh man, if I was to get in the studio, I'll be better than Rollo. I'll be better than Freeze. I'll be better than Silk. Oh man, if I was to get in the gym, I would be like this. I would be like this. All this I would be. I could be. I should be. Nigga, you sound like the bitch. That's what them bitches do. Now, how you gonna bring empowerment to a woman's life and you sound like a woman that needs empowerment in your damn life? You supposed to be the leader. Come on, man. Get your ass up. It's somebody that needs you. You know what I mean? Just real talk. Hey, man, a lot of you said the right words, but it was not only just the wrong time, but you was just the wrong man with the right words. You know what I mean? Sometimes that individual that was right for, to preside over that woman, he was too lazy. You know what I mean? He was at the house, or he was at the weekly, or he was at the monthly. And some of y'all done got too comfortable. I can't say this enough. Some of y'all done got too comfortable being on the passenger side of another man's ride. Some of y'all done got too comfortable being on another man's couch, or another man and sleeping in another man's house, sleeping in another man's apartment. You know what I mean? Get out and get your own shit. Each king got to have his own damn kingdom. Okay? And if something in the inside don't stir you up when you see another man counting his trap, if something on the inside don't stir you up when that other man is on the phone and he's sitting over there checking traps, he can't even have a conversation with you because bitch after bitch is calling him talking about date after date. That should stir something up on the inside of you. You know what I mean? He that stays available will always have a situation that's profitable. You know what I mean? If that man got more work ethic than the individuals who got more game than him, guess what? He gonna still have more game than those who got the game. It's a lot of individuals that got GAME, but they don't do no GAIN. Why? Because they don't apply themselves. They on Facebook crying like bitches. They on motherfucking, you understand me, Instagram whining and complaining all the time about how the game used to be and how it was and the good old days and all that Mahalia Jackson ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, to all you young fly ass peas, you know what I mean, that really want to represent this game and really want to have a large following like King Solomon, really want to sit up there, man, and have your way in this game, you got to become available, man. Get your ass up and do what you supposed to do. Hey man, I told you guys this wasn't gonna be no long message, man. I hope you guys live as long as you want, never want as long as you live, man. I just want to say my piece. I'll be back later on today, but I didn't want to take a lot of time. That's a good 1,200 seconds of some more of it, man. I'll be back, you know what I mean, to chop it up again with you guys, but get your ass up, man. You know what I mean? Stop sitting over here complaining about what you don't have, what you used to have. You know what I mean? Hey, until you old peas, to you old veteran pimps, you know what I mean, that's in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, hey man, anything that you did in ancient times, you can still do it now in recent times. All you got to do, man, is get out into them streets and apply your game. That's all you got to do, man, is get your ass up. Encourage yourself. Stop waiting on somebody to encourage you. You got the spirit of encouragement in yourself. Why? Because you got this game in you. That's why. You know what I mean? Weeping may endure for a night, but the benefits of this game is coming in the morning. Stay encouraged, man. You know what I mean? Some might sit up there and talk about you, you know what I mean, on the right. They might talk about you on the left. They might be sitting over there gossiping about you, saying you ain't this, saying you ain't that. Bitches might be sitting over there choosing up on the fraudulent. They choosing up on the ignorant. They choosing up on the male actresses of the game. But guess what? They still choosing up on real pimps too. And if you get your ass out in the streets and apply your game, you'll find that out. I hope you guys live as long as you want, never want as long as you live, man. Be blessed. I love you. One.